Hey guys, it's Crystal. I know I haven't updated in a long time, but I wanted to go ahead and post a video. I have a surgery date. I'm so excited. I went to see my surgeon today, and I finished the 12 weeks that my insurance required of the pre-liquid diet. I lost 38 pounds, so very excited about that. And my surgeon today said, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling, and he said we'll submit to insurance, and he said that we should have my insurance back in about a week, and I'd already called previously, and so he said we're looking at October 27th. I'm so happy. I have to say that it took me a minute. I couldn't wait to get out of his office when he said that today, because I was like, hurry, I gotta get to my car so I can cry or scream or just do whatever, because it felt like this day was never going to come. I felt like I was just kind of walking along down a road, like, when is it ever going to end? And then finally today he tells me, October 27th, and I'm like, that is 2.5 weeks away. And I'm so incredibly excited. I was trying to call everybody, and it's the middle of the day, of course, so I'm like calling people, like, why the hell aren't you answering your phone? And so I would just leave messages for people and, let them know how excited I was. I don't expect other people to be as happy as I am, but hey, it works for me. I'm so sorry I haven't made a video in a long time. I was kind of fluctuating there with the liquid diet thing. I would be okay one week, and then the next week I'd kind of fall off the wagon, and relapse. But here recently I've been, I got back on my shakes, and I started doing it religiously, and people have started noticing again, oh, you look really good, Crystal, and I'm like, thanks. And so I just wanted to shout it to the world. If I could stand at the highest mountain and shout to the world how excited I am, I would definitely do it. I really don't have much to say. I did have a couple of questions for post-opers. I wanted to ask about, like, post-nutrition, like, what did you find yourself being able to eat first? There's a lady that I work with, and she's actually my next door neighbor, and she was telling me that she was able to eat, like, cottage cheese and yogurt and stuff. So I really wanted to know, like, what were you able to eat first? Like, what were you able to tolerate? And I know everybody's different, but I just kind of wanted to know. So I'm actually going to leave it at that, and I will message you guys and let you know how I'm doing on before my surgery. I am actually very nervous when people, I'm going to go on for just a minute, but people would ask me initially when I first started my 16-week pre-diet that my insurance required. People would ask me, Crystal, are you nervous? Are you scared? And initially I would say no. I'm like, no, I've had probably 5 or 6 surgeries in my life, and it's like they put you to sleep, and it feels like you wake up 10 minutes later. So, it's not a big deal for me, and I'm never normally in very much pain after surgery. And I know this one is going to be different, but I'm prepared for it. I'm mentally prepared for it. What I'm not prepared for is seeing myself differently. I am seriously scared to death to start shrinking and see a different person in the mirror. And because I've never been thin in all my adult life, and I know you've heard me say that through my previous videos, I've never seen myself thin. And so I've always been fine with who I am now. And I've never been the girl on a diet every other week. I've never been the girl that's like, oh, I'm so fat, I gotta lose weight. I grew up with the mentality and family support saying, it's not who said it's bad or against the law or ugly to be fat. And it's not. I mean, of course it's bad for your health, but it's not ugly. And, excuse me. So I was always fine with myself. I played sports, I was in a popular crowd in school, and so everything was good, and I never had to worry about that. I didn't get teased from being fat. People, of course, with going, being 27, and going to clubs and things with my friends, people do have, their little looks or snarls that they give you, but other than that, I've never had any repercussions from it from other people. And so I'd always been fine. And now, seeing myself differently, I like the way I feel, like putting jeans on and things. I wore a pair of jeans yesterday that I should not have worn. I put them on, and initially they were fine, and then as soon as I go to walk out of the house to go to work, and I'm running a little bit late, and they're falling off as I'm walking to my car, and I'm like, crap. So I've been having to wear a jacket every day, so because my pants are sagging, and I don't have any that are smaller, so I need to go and possibly see if somebody maybe has some that are a little bit smaller for me. Of course, I don't want to buy clothes now. It'll be a waste of money. But I'm pretty nervous about that. I go see my psychologist tomorrow for the second time. I have to do a computer evaluation. It takes a few hours to do it. So I have to do that, and then I'll get the results right after that. And now we're just waiting on my sleep apnea results. And my surgeon, I was actually supposed to go back to see my sleep apnea doctor on October 27th. But my surgeon said no, that's the day we're scheduling the surgery, so I'm going to give him a call and have him move it up. I don't understand how it's so, and you know I have to rant and rave in all my videos at least once. And here's my rant for this time. I don't understand how it's so difficult to get in to see a sleep doctor versus when my surgeon's nurse called me and said, you know, we need to get you in so we can get your paperwork submitted to insurance. I called her back and said, give me first available. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to, you know, he's a surgeon. I'm going to have to wait 3 or 4 weeks. She got me in 4 days later. 4 days. I had my sleep apnea tests on September 7th. They claim their first available is October 27th. How is that possible? How is that possible? It's just ridiculous. And so my surgeon was pretty upset today, and he said, no, I'm going to call that doctor myself and tell him we need to get you in. So that's where we're at now. They submitted my paperwork to insurance. Everything is great, and I'm all set for October 27th. That is my life-changing day. And I will leave it at that because I'm running out of time. And I will update again before I go to surgery. I'm going to maybe see if my mom will run the camcorder a little bit. I don't know if she will or not. It'll be kind of iffy, but I mean, I'm sure I'll have some friends and stuff up at the hospital, so I'm going to see if somebody will run the camcorder because I would really, really like to document how I do after surgery, like waking up. I was so glad that All for Living, and I watched a couple of other videos where people did that, and it really helped me out a lot. So I'm going to try to document for pre-oppers, just like when I first wake up, or how I'm doing like when I first start eating ice chips and things like that. And I want to really, really get a good view for everybody, for all the pre-oppers or people that are considering it, that are even just still in the stages of even thinking about doing the surgery. So I want to try to document that. You guys have fun, and I'll be here being excited till October 27th.